see how I do. Running this load. Drop the third axle. It's got a good load on it this time, probably 15 yards, close to 20 tons. Catch a break here. Now this truck is a 12-liter cat engine. Upped it to 425, 427 horsepower electronic. Actually, no, they came stock. We ordered them that way. We did that to the mat. And it is a ton of torque. Just a ton of torque. I don't know, 1,300 foot-pounds of torque. It's a monster. It has a spring front suspension, and the rear axles are on big rubber pucks for reliability. Of course, the seat is here, and I'm not sure if the cab is on here. I can't remember. It's been a while. We ordered these trucks new. I sold the companion truck. I sold a companion truck to this truck. Give you a couple downshifts. I sold the companion truck to this truck and put the money into our F450 cab and chassis, which we put a box on it. It's four-wheel drive dually, which is an awesome truck. That was a great decision. And then we put some money into our John Deere, new John Deere 5090M with a 12-foot John Deere flex swing mower. We have about over 100 acres of investment property that we like to keep mowed, and we were using a Kubota, I think a 3940L with a 6-foot brush hog on it, and that was probably the most used piece of equipment we have, and it was just getting worn out doing that. It did it for 8 years, and it's rough on the operator, and we needed to upgrade. Probably the last tractor I'll end up buying. And so I'm down to one big dump truck, which this gets barely used. We've transitioned out of the really doing earthwork. We've transitioned out of that. And we're mainly really just maintaining our property. I have a brother that gets very sensitive over selling equipment. He always loves my new purchases. When I purchase something, he loves the new equipment, but he's very sentimental equipment. So, and of course, then there's a part of my family members that don't want to spend any money on equipment, and I have to deal with that. And they're right. You can't be equipment poor. I'm in high gear, going about 45 miles an hour. This truck truck will easily do 80. I would never drive it that fast, but she does have gears for the highway too. This truck is the engine. We had a little problem starting it. We had the fuel filters changed on it, and of course, well, you don't know this, but the brake lights put on it, and we are trying to keep it up. We have someone very close to our yard that's been servicing the truck, who we like very much. And I'm going to make this light, guys. And I'm going to make the gears too. So it usually takes me an hour to get used to shifting the gears on it. And eventually in another hour I'll probably be able to do it without clutching. And I do have my commercial license, a Class A, of course, with the standard transmission. And I did at one time have doubles, triples, and hazardous materials. Hazardous materials you have to do every I think 2 years it expires. And I don't drive trucks for a living. I have them, a couple handfuls, but I don't drive them for our company. I do, of course, I'm one of the owners. I'm really negotiate projects, take a project from pre-architect, even selecting property, to I'm gonna stop talking, I got a truck pulling over in front of me. Guy pulled over in front of me and I have my turn signal on. So I'm a real estate consultant, and also a construction manager and a landlord. So I really look at properties, locations, prior to the owner signing a lease or purchasing the property, evaluate it, help them evaluate it, and then bring in an architect to come up with some concepts and go through the purchase of the property, from design to bidding it out as a construction manager, to awarding contracts, managing it, and then when they move into the property. So that's what I do. And the YouTube channel is really based on my son's recommendation for years of what I do on my property and for my hobbies, what I enjoy doing to relieve the stress from business. And he suggested I do the channel for years before I even started the channel. So I don't do videos. I know people have gotten very favorable response to the excavator challenge. I said it. Can't believe I got that right. Got favorable reviews and comment. Very great turnout on the audience for the excavator content. I usually do not make video, and I got some criticism over the video on my channel. Indeed, I'm hearing you. I usually do not do videos just for views. I think those of you who watch my channel see that. I do videos on what I do, what I have to do on my property, and improve it, and also what I really enjoy is riding off-road on the weekends. I really enjoy that. So I just do videos on what I enjoy and post them. I used to enjoy very into shooting firearms. I was a reserve deputy sheriff for 20 years, and I worked my way up from deputy to sergeant to lieutenant. And I was also a firearms instructor, law enforcement firearms instructor. I was certified by the NRA initially. Then I was certified by New York State Department of Criminal Justice Services. Try one more. And then I was certified as a firearms instructor by, did I said already, Department of Criminal Justice Services, which is a big deal for a reserve deputy. So I used to work with our reserves on practicing firearms and making them safe and getting them ready for their yearly qualifications with the Sheriff's Department. And we always went out. We always served with a sidearm, did duty with a sidearm, radio, baton, spray. And I would get them ready, run the practices along with two other great firearms instructors, probably better than me. And that's what I would do, and I enjoyed it for almost 20 years. So I decided, I had a couple injuries. Actually, two of them were working the Bills games for the sheriff's office. I had a couple injuries, and I was getting older and out of shape, and I decided, you know, it was time to retire. So I retired from that, I want to say almost 5 years ago. And man, am I glad I did. I made room for other people to move up in rank, and I gained the time to do what I enjoy doing, and spend more time on my property with my wife and with my family. So I'm struggling with this turn lately. Where I'm going to put this load. So I'm going to raise the drop axle. Really don't want to get stuck. I'm gonna drop her here. Pull up. PTO is off. I'm going to lock the tailgate. Tailgate's locked. And we're going to get